Okay, so dry ice blasting. It really sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie, doesn't it?
It does have that sort of futuristic ring to it, yeah.
But it's very much a real-world cleaning powerhouse that's actually, transforming industries.
Really?
We're talking about using compressed air to accelerate these tiny, dry ice pellets,
Right.
blasting away grime, grease, all kinds of residues. And the big thing is without a single drop of water or any harsh chemicals. So, what's making businesses really hop on this technology so quickly? What are the main advantages?
Well, the core advantages are, frankly, pretty disruptive.
Yeah.
It's fast, it's incredibly safe, and actually surprisingly eco-friendly.
Eco friendly. Okay.
Yeah. So in this deep dive, we'll get into how this technology actually works, its surprising benefits, and crucially, the financial side, what it takes to get into the game.
Right. Our mission today is basically to cut through all the info out there and give you the essential nuggets about these dry ice blasting machines. So you don't just know about them, but you really get those aha
Yeah.
moments this tech offers.
Exactly.
So, okay, it sounds simple enough you're blasting with dry ice, but what's the actual magic happening at that tiny level when the pellets hit a surface? How does it work without damaging what's underneath?
Yeah, what's fascinating here is the science, really. When those Keogh pellets hit the surface, they don't just bounce off. They instantly
It's a
sublimate,
sublimate.
meaning they turn directly from a solid into a gas, like poof.
Ah, okay.
And this super fast change
Uh-huh.
creates this tiny localized shock wave. It basically just lifts the dirt and grime right off the surface. But it happens so fast and it's so sort of thermoshock based that it doesn't harm the underlying material.
Uh-huh. Thermoshock.
Exactly. And the key parts of the machine are pretty straightforward. You've got a hopper, to hold the dry ice pellets,
Mm.
a blasting gun, obviously, a hookup for a good air compressor, that's important, and then a control panel to adjust things like pressure and feed rate.
It almost sounds too good to be true. No water, no chemicals, no secondary mess to clean up. Are there any downsides or maybe limitations people should know about compared to, say, pressure washing or sandblasting?
That's a fair question. Look, the non-abrasive part isn't just gentle. It fundamentally changes how industries can approach maintenance for sensitive stuff. Think electronics, molds, complex machinery.
Right, you wouldn't sandblast a circuit board.
Exactly. You eliminate that risk of damage that you get with traditional methods. And unlike sand or soda blasting, there is literally zero secondary waste. The Kioro just turns into gas and dissipates into the air. That's a huge time and cost saver right there.
Okay, so cleanup is basically non-existent?
Pretty much. The main limitation, if you want to call it that, is meeting that reliable supply of dry ice pellets and having a decent air compressor. That ties into the costs, which I know we'll get to.
Okay, perfect segue. We've seen the how and the why it's maybe better. Now, the big question, what's the investment look like? What does this mean for, your wallet?
Right, let's talk numbers. The price range for these machines, well, it can swing pretty wildly.
Hmm.
You're looking at anywhere from around, say, $3,000 for an entry-level unit all the way up to $75,000,
Hmm.
maybe even more for the really heavy-duty industrial systems.
Wow, okay. Big range.
It is. We can kind of break it down. Entry level,
Yeah.
maybe $3,000 to $10,000. Great for smaller places, auto detailing, maybe some light restoration work. They're usually
Hmm.
lighter, easier to handle, but less powerful.
Makes sense.
Then you have mid-range units, maybe $10,000 to $25,000. These are more for commercial, light industrial settings, more versatile, higher output. Might need a bigger compressor, though.
Okay.
And then the industrial grade machines, $25,000 up to $75,000 plus. These are beasts built for heavy-duty factory lines, constant use, super durable, often ready for automation integration. But yeah, high upfront cost.
And I guess brand matters too, like features.
Oh, absolutely. Brand reputation plays a role. Companies like Kircher are known for premium engineering, and that often comes with a higher price tag. Extra features, different nozzles, accessories, that all adds up too.
Gotcha. So, what about the return on investment, the ROI? Do we have real-world examples of this actually paying off for businesses?
Yeah, and this is where it gets interesting, especially for smaller businesses. We heard about a detailing shop, right? It picked up an entry-level unit, maybe around that $3,000 mark,
Okay.
and they reported getting their full investment back in less than 6 months.
How?
Right. By offering new, premium cleaning services, engine bays, interior stuff they couldn't do easily or safely before. It opened up new revenue streams.
Under 6 months. Wow.
Yeah. And if you connect this to the bigger picture, it brings up that classic question, buy versus rent.
Right.
Generally, buying makes sense if you're going to use it fairly often, say 10 or more times a year.
Yeah.
You get long-term savings, you can customize it. And going through authorized dealers like Aelith is usually the way to go for support and warranty.
Aelith, you mentioned them. Any specific examples there?
Yeah, good case study. An electronics factory installed a system, actually 6 Aelith units. They calculated savings of over $20,000 a year just from reduced labor for cleaning and less production downtime.
20 grand a year? That's substantial.
It really is. Of course, you have ongoing costs too.
Right, not just the machine. What
It's
if I'm...
dry ice itself that typically runs maybe $0.30 to 70 cents per pound, depending on your supplier and volume.
Okay.
And then there's routine maintenance, checking hoses, replacing nozzles eventually, basic upkeep,
Yeah.
like any machine.
So factoring that in, where is this technology headed? What's next? Are we going to see, like, robot dry ice blasters?
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
We're definitely seeing trends towards more automation, yeah. And Smarter features things like AI controlling the blast parameters for optimal results or remote diagnostics.
Interesting.
And portability is getting better, too. We're starting to see more compact, even battery-powered units emerging. That makes it way easier for, like, field service teams.
Battery powered, huh? That opens things up.
It does, and it really raises the question, how will these kinds of innovations make it even more efficient, more accessible for all sorts of businesses?
Okay, so let's wrap this up. Buying a dry ice blasting machine, it's definitely an investment, a significant one sometimes.
True.
But it sounds like one that can really pay for itself pretty quickly if you choose the right machine for what you actually need and really lean into those unique benefits. The speed, the no mess cleaning.
Absolutely. And
Boy.
think beyond just cleaning, too. The potential for this kind of non-abrasive, totally waste-free technology, maybe in delicate artifact preservation, or completely new industrial processes we haven't even thought of yet. It's exciting stuff.
Really fascinating. Lots to think about there. Okay, and before we go, as a special thank you to you, our listeners, you can now enjoy 10% off your next purchase at Aolith. Just use the promo code AIOLITH2025 at checkout.
That's AIOLATHE2025.
Exactly. AIOLITH2025. Don't miss out on that.